everyone! In this video you will learn what linear relationships are. So first of all, a linear relationship is any equation that when graphed gives you a straight line. So over here are some examples given. So all these three straight lines are called linear relationships. So let's have a look at an example. We have three diagrams. We have our first diagram, second diagram, and our third diagram. So the first number, so number 1, our first diagram, contains 2 points. Our second one has 3 points, and our third one has 4 points. What you can notice is that each time our diagram increases by 1. So plus 1 and plus 1. And our number of points also increases by 1. So that means that we can predict how our fourth diagram would look like. Because we know I could do plus 1, and then underneath I would add 1 as well. The same over here, 1 and plus 1. What you could see now is that you could formulate the formula P equals n plus 1. Where P stands for points and N stands for numbers, so the diagram. We could easily check this by substitute the numbers. So P equals 1 plus 1. So 1 is our N, and 1 is from our formula. 1 plus 1 equals 2, so that works really well. Now we have P equals 2 plus 1, which is 3, so that one is also correct. And now we have P equals 3 plus 1 equals 4, which is correct as well. We could go on and check if it's correct or not. So now we also know that, for instance, if you want to know what P is for the 10th diagram, we would do P equals 10 plus 1, and that is equal to 11. So we now know that our 10th diagram is 11. As you can see, we can fill in any number that we like because we want to know the diagram. So this is called our independent variable because we can choose it. For P, our points are dependent since it depends what we enter in our formula. It depends what we enter to see what the answer is. So our answer is really dependent on what we fill in. So that is called a dependent variable. So please everyone, make sure that you write this down in your notebook. We always put the dependent variable on our y-axis. So in this case, our p-axis. And our independent variable is on the horizontal x-axis. So in this case, the n-axis. We can plot those points as we learned in the last video. What you could do from 1 to 2, and from 2 to 3, from 3 to 4, and from 4 to 5. As you can see, all those points form a straight line, so then we know it's a linear relationship. We could also say that the points are collinear, which means that the points are forming a straight line. In this case, we do not connect the points because some of the points are meaningless. So let's have a look at, for instance, our minus 1. If we would draw a straight line through this, and then we of course mean a straight line, which this isn't, we could see that this is going to be minus 1 and 0. However, it's really meaningless since we do not have a minus 1 diagram. There is no number minus 1 that we can see. So therefore, it's meaningless. And we do not connect the points. if our points are meaningless, then you need to connect the points using a straight line, like the example over here. If you have any questions, then please let us know.